It makes a nice color. Now, let me clean the knife. And then we'll use the oval brush. And it's easy to identify. It has a black handle. The rest of my brushes have white, and this one has a black handle. Okay, now decide where your little foothills are going to live out here. Just touch with this brush and pull down. It's sort of round on the end, see, so it makes these nice little round areas we're looking for very easily. There we go. Okay, and maybe this little footy hill just goes right down like that. However you want it, just pull it straight down. Then we'll take a clean 2-inch brush, and I want to create a misty area here. So all I do is tap. All we do is just tap. And then lift slightly upward. See how soft the base of that becomes? Okay. Then we'll use the same color, the blue and a little black. I want the same color, only darker. Less white in it this time. Because this one's going to be closer to us. A little touch of the crimson. There. Just load the brush back and forth. And maybe there's another little foothill. And it came right down like that. Now you can also turn this brush this way and make more individualistic little things. And pull them straight down. Just very lightly. See, this darker color now separates. There we go. Just like so. And let this just work its way right on out. Here and there some more individual things, so turn the brush vertically. And we can go back to our big brush and tap the base of it. Tap it firmly. You can probably hear how hard I'm hitting this. But I'm using only the top corner of the brush and tapping. I want to create that illusion of mist again. Now sometimes on foothills, maybe you want to show a little bit of color, a little bit of highlight. So let's do that today. Shoot, we got it going here. I'm going to take that same oval brush and go into a little yellow, cad yellow, a little yellow ochre, and just sort of work it around like that. That's all we need. Okay, a little bit of color in there. Then all we have to do is just sort of tap. Just tap it and give it at least a little downward pull. I just want to put the indication here and there of a little bit of highlight. Not much. Not much. There. And we'll come back and soften that with a big brush too. But that's the way you make trees that look a little closer to you. Just by putting a little color. When things are far, far away from you, they look sort of bluish in color. As they get closer, then you're able to make out detail and color and all those wonderful things. But when they're far away, they should look just bluish like that. And that helps create the illusion of distance in your painting. Okay, a little yellow ochre, and then a little touch of Indian yellow. Just break it up. There we go. And back to our big brush. And we can just tap the base of this a little, just to soften it and bring it all together. There. Okay, then lift upward. And that little oval brush super makes some fantastic effects. Let's go on the other side here. We'll use some more blue and some black. I want this to be even darker. Even darker. Okay, maybe over here lives another little foothill. I think in that little opening at the beginning, it had several layers of foothills, and this is the way they're made. So each layer gets darker. Now, maybe before we get too far here, let's put some reflections back here. Watch here, grab this and pull it down. And we'll have a little bit of water back here in that background. Just touch and pull down, straight down. Then come across. That'll give the illusion of water. Then we can take a little touch of white paint and we'll just make the indication here. We'll push it upward. Just some little water lines and some little things. See, makes it look like mist there just by grabbing it, pushing upward. Sneaky, huh? Lay it on, grab it, just let it go upward. That's all there is to it. Okay, now then, we'll bring this foothill right on down here in front of it. And maybe it comes right on out here. And then we see there's a little recessed area. That's a place the big trout can go back here and hide. There. And maybe on that, indications here and there of a little bit of highlight on it. It's also quite close. So if you can see highlight over here, chances are you can see it here too. Just a little. See, luckily in this painting, I know pretty much is what's going to happen since we animated it. So I know what areas are going to be covered up. I don't have to worry about putting a whole bunch of stuff here. Most of the time we're just about halfway making these things up as we go. Have a general idea, but that's about all. Decide where your reflection is going to be, and you can pull that down. Tap it. Lift it upward. Bring it all together. A little more reflection. There. And very lightly across. And we can do that same thing again with a little touch of white paint. This is not liquid white. Usually on the water lines I use the liquid white. This is just plain white. Then I'm lifting it upward. There. Okay, let me grab an old fan brush here. There we go. Over here on this side, let's have some fun. Let's have some fun. I'm going to take yellow ochre, a little bit of dark sienna in it on the fan brush. But almost, I'll be right back. There I am. There we go. Yellow ochre, dark sienna mixed together. Now, up in here, we had a little tree or two. There, that was just mostly yellow ochre with a little sienna in it. And I want these trees today to be like little swamp trees, ones that the limbs hang down. They're tired. Well, they've had a rough life out there in the swamp. Let's see, maybe there was another one, and he lived. Yep, right there. Sort of push those limbs down, let them hang. These old trees, they have a lot of hangy downs on them. And you could just take the brush and just wiggle it upward, create the illusion of some little bushes and stuff that live back in here. Alright. Now on top of that, or in front of that, we'll begin putting some other things. Let me clean my brush. And come back in here. And let's see here. We'll take some Prussian blue, midnight black. We might as well mix up a pretty good pot. We're going to use that. Some Van Dyke brown, crimson. Shoot, we'll throw some sap green there too. Whatever you got. Mainly dark. You're looking for a nice dark color. Let me wipe off the knife. Let me just wipe off the knife on old paper towel. Now then, we'll load the fan brush full of color. Both sides. A lot of color. And let's decide here where some trees live. Maybe there's one right here. And once again, we're looking for these old hangy down limbs. Just let them hang down like that. Turn the brush. These are old tired ones. There. Give him a friend. Like that. There. Now maybe in your painting you want trees that maybe they're a little better off than mine. You can do that. I just want to show you how to make these old, I call them swamp pines, because usually where it's very wet you have evergreen trees that, where I come from in Alaska, you have evergreen trees that the limbs hang way down. And the farther south you go in Alaska, the more of these limbs just hang, and they're beautiful. But usually it's where it's very damp. But now if you want nice straight ones in yours,